like you can do things like just hit something, and once it comes to with that hand, you take it and draw it. Because we remember. So the drawing the mind isn't the actual picture itself. It's the motivation behind it and what you've actually done to produce it. It's the fact that you've exercised the brilliant mind.
Einstein looking into space and the universe, I was very fascinated by the way the planets, the self-relativity, all about energy, now you can actually include a lot of things like that, quite scientific stuff.
I found out all my old photos, and I found out some that were taken just before Christmas, and they were a bit sort of that kind of haziness. He was obviously inside the house looking out. The picture was of the garden, and he was looking out of a window, and I kind of drew me into just that little world. You know, he wasn't looking at me taking photos, he was somewhere else. So I kind of focused in just on that area.
In terms of dealing with a theme, I didn't want to come with too obvious a reaction to glory in the mind, so I was thinking of the type of things that your mind allows you to do, and this was one of them which has the most visual effect.
I sat there and flicking through my library of books, and I thought, no, it's fantasy, isn't it? You know, stories of the man on the moon and stuff, and I'm from that era. And cars from the era, the helicopters are from the era, and the rockets are tin toys from that era, but I turned them into the real thing.
So that's Neil Armstrong?
No, he's an English Neil Armstrong.
I normally use my life drawings to work from drawing group, but I actually had a photograph of this girl, and I just love the pose. I like the way her arm, I mean that's the exact pose I've got. I like the way her arm's almost trying to keep her bikini up, and she's almost stopping her off. It just seemed to work. It's almost the moment before she's looking back, and I quite like that. It's almost like, oh, what's going on, you know?
You always think mine, maybe go, right, I've got to do something wrong on mine. I had this idea of doing kind of a series of panels from mine mirrors. But I was making the one, so I did a sketch, and it was kind of instant. I felt like a board. Once you did the masking tape, you looked at the grid, it was like, oh, it's a bit like a word search. And I really enjoyed it. It's a natural place for me. I've never painted in such a free way. I'm normally very precise. So it was very liberating for me to paint. I used it really just compared to the large because I think they were colours interesting. Really, it's just a mind that's really thoughts or patterns. Just a drawing of mine and just stuff inside the mind still being free is kind of the idea of can't be contained. I didn't really want to focus on I didn't want to do it realistic because really what was important is not to do free.
We've wrapped up another show, but I'm going to let the judges now give some general comments. So Colette, you can start this.
I'm really surprised at the results tonight, and generally we're, really pleased with what's up on the walls. And we've reached a fairly unanimous verdict. It has to be said. There were no major disagreements about any of the work here. There were slight ripples of disagreement, but nothing serious. So I think from your perspective that's a good sign that we're sort of generally in agreement about your work. But how that's reflected out of the overall verdict is very, very different. So if you're disheartened by the overall results, please don't aim your arrows at us.
I have to say I'm pleased with what I've seen. There are obviously people who are pushing themselves over and above what they normally do, which is good. And I think it's important that as an artist you always challenge yourself, you always ask yourself questions that you hadn't asked before, and I see that a lot of the artists today have done that. And this obviously makes you grow as an artist, whatever the results tonight. So I think that you should also treat this as one of the things that makes you reflect on your career in general, whether being an artist is for you, what you want out of it, and you know, we're always here to give advice as well. You know, if you're interested in your own growth, not just the results of this, then I'm happy to talk to any of you.
Right, well, yes, once again, really pleased with the standard of the work. It's really good to see people really making an effort. If I don't make any comments, it would be that I know it must be very difficult in terms of this theme and you've got this competition to do. But the last thing you want to do is try to please the judges if you're thinking about trying to second guess what we might like, because
I disagree with that.
we all like certainly make your biggest money or offers of whatever. That's certainly absolutely fine. I think we'll all agree that that's acceptable. But by producing works that you think might really please the judges, is not a work because we're moody. And you know, we could basically like one thing one week and not the next, so that's pointless trying. So I can't wait to sort of see how artists develop. I think it's very, very interesting for me is to kind of watch the progress. I've not been in this position before to do that. It's exciting, but you know, just keep on keeping on. But when I say don't do stuff to please the judges, I think it's worth taking the judges' comments into account. That not because he's trying to necessarily do what we say, but just sort of on balance. I think we're trying to, I think, be positive in our criticism rather than negative, and sort of in our whatever small experience we have, try to kind of guide you a little bit. Whether we can or not, I don't know. But I mean, let's hope so. And if I say anything horrible, don't yell at me.
So anyway, so without further ado, in third place this week we have Richard. In second place we have Serena. In third place we have Michelle Marshall. Well done. So anyway, so thank you very much for coming. Like I say, I want to thank the judges as well. So big round of hands today. Thanks very much for you supporting the project, coming down and bearing with it from all the logistical and technical nightmares we're having. So thank you guys. I do appreciate your support there. And the next theme is moving on. Moving on. So that's the next thing. Anyway, okay, so yeah, stay around if you want, and yeah, I'll see you next week.